What's up, guys? My name is Anthony Vincenzi, and this is iOS 7 Beta 5 walkthrough. So last time I did Beta 4, and here's all the changes that have just come out in the new Beta 5. Oh, we've already got one open here, thanks to my bumbling. Here is the new settings icons, which I was very happy that they added. Looks so much better than those weird blue things they had before. They're just nice looking. They're nice and flat and minimal, and they just fit with the rest of the OS. And I'm so happy they did this. And I think this is just to the people who say, "Oh, Apple's know to do design. They suck doing flat design." Well, they do really good minimal designs. So here we go. We can see that they nice color coding, and I would have wished maybe less gray icons, but they might fix that later on. But right now, it just looks really nice. I'm so happy they added these settings features here. Really nice, and I'm glad. So the next thing we have is another settings addition. Oops, wrong place. Going here to Control Center, and we can see we can deny Control Center access within apps. So they now allow the function to be turned off when you're inside apps. This is very good for people playing games. If you're like swiping around, blah, 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 and then you end up hitting it and you're like, oh, and you die or something. So that's kind of nice that they added that as well. Another great improvement coming to the betas so far. And, let's hope my camera's not screwing up again. I have a love-hate relationship with this camera. Also, I'm going to show you something they just fixed because they added this in Beta 4, the new buttons. Well, now they fixed the slide to power off thing, and they added that ugly little arrow thing there. Don't like that. Take that arrow away, and it'll be nice, much better. People can understand that, if you slide, it'll do that. But, ugly arrow aside, they fixed the buttons here. You can see that, the buttons are not edge to edge. Much nicer, much more... much less, like I said in the previous video, like a kid just went to Photoshop and was like, oh, let's make rectangles, yeah. It's much better. So, take away the ugly arrow. We also have a new animation there. Kind of nice. Not going to turn the phone off, obviously, because that would be just dumb. And let's jump into the next little change we have here. Let's go into my photos. Yes, I have strange photos here. Let's just share here. We got Twitter. Twitter has a new icon, believe it or not. It's kind of interesting. Much simpler. The blue is in the bird instead of in the background, so you just kind of flip the colors around. And it kind of doesn't fit with the rest of the icons here. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of being like flat and simple and gradients, and it doesn't fit with the rest. Maybe if Facebook could change their icon, it would look much nicer. But so that is another change. And they also added that to our friend here in settings. There. So the Twitter icon has completely changed. Now, also, we have notifications. So, if I go over here and I send myself a text, you will see as the text comes in, there's this little bar here. And the bar allows me to either swipe down to see or push it up. So they added that little bar there. That's kind of nice. And they also added some changes to calling, too. So, if I call myself over here, and I receive the call, we can answer it. And we see the buttons are all changed here, right? So, they added these little buttons here, the circular buttons to match like the lock screen typing, and then also the keypad. So they all have the same style of buttons here. I can't say that I really like it, but it is a change to make it more consistent. Now also, if you hit the keypad, it swipes to the side instead of zooming in. Alright, let's end that. And there's also some more settings options I'd like to show you. Because if I didn't show you, you probably would dislike this video, because it wouldn't be all the changes. Nope, wrong, derp. Nope, wrong again. Where is it? There it is. Sorry about that. Let's go down on and off labels. So, if you turn that on, you can see that there's a little circle denoting off and a little line denoting on. So, if you can't figure out what the green means on, then you might also need some extra help. On and off labels is for you. Yeah, so I believe that was in the original iOS. They had those labels, so that's returned, and I can't say I would use it at all, but, it's nice. Also, let me show you something in the messages. So let's go over here. You can see that it is also the first name here. So they took out the last letter, and before the full last name, decided just to put the first name. And you could change that in settings as well to put the last name. So that's also something. And the last thing that we have that's changed is the lock or the boot animation. So I can't show you that because you already know what it looks like on my phone. But on a white iPhone, the boot animation is white background and black apple. On the black iPhone, it's black background and white apple. So they color coded it for each iPhone, which I think is brilliant. And I would think it would be cool if they did like a whole black OS for the black phone and a white OS for the white phone. I think it'd just be kind of cool. But that's one step in that direction, and I'll put a picture on the screen to show you what exactly that is. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you liked watching, and please rate, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, more iOS 7 related videos. And post your comments on what you think, what you'd like to see in the future, and thanks for watching. This has been Anthony Vincenzi from Simply Nupa.